With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayer's iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series fires things off for race number 8 in the 10 race of regular season right here in season number 3, Newton, Iowa. gonna be the spot these drivers try to lay down the fast times. Qualifying already underway. A 5-minute qualifying session. We'll keep our eye on those speed charts for you. There you can see, scrolling across the bottom of your screen right now, your point standings coming into tonight's race. And after Donald Bennett went to victory lane last week at Talladega Super Speedway, will we have another first-time winner here tonight? We'll have to wait and see. 130 laps on the board for these ARCA Menard Series drivers, and as they begin to throw down those qualifying times, we'll throw up that speed chart to the left-hand side of your screen so you can follow along just like we do at right here in the booth at home. And well, how you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the trackside here tonight. Sun beginning to set here in America's heartland. 130 laps around this quick little short track. Iowa gonna be quite a show here tonight. I can pretty much guarantee you that. Look at the 65 of Sean Mitchell. Quick time tonight. 24:027. He's gonna just beat out John Peel. Kevin Burrows right there as well. 10 drivers on the speed charts with just about 2.5 minutes remaining here in qualifying. David Cameron gonna go 11th on the speed charts as Todd McGregor breaks into the top 5. Does the 71 have enough on his second time lap? Still a handful of drivers yet to go out there on their qualifying attempt. Jerry Cochran, Andy Starcher, Jason Branch now up to speed. Anthony Zirkle, Donald Bennett, as well as Noah Owens yet to put in their time lap. Jason Branch going to go 6th with his time. 24:24 on the speed charts for Jason Branch. And with just a final few races, too, remaining here in this regular season, you got to wonder which one of these drivers, kind of on the outside looking in, are going to risk it for the biscuit, if you will, and take some chances here in these final 3 races tonight here at Iowa, Charlotte Motor Speedway next week, then off to Pocono to round out the regular season. But first, Jason Branch goes top of the speed charts. Quick time here tonight at Iowa. 24:022 for that 99 of Jason Branch. So a previous race winner. Driver sitting right there in second in the point standings. Going to take that top spot here so far. Provisional pole belongs to the 99 of Jason Branch. Let's see who's out there on track. Looks like Anthony Zirkle. He's out there on a flyer. We'll check in with that 4 Good Wrench machine, see how he goes about it. Crossing the line, gonna go 7th on his first time lap here. Great time there for a first time. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and looks like he he's gonna continue on. Donald Bennett in the 31 machine, last week's race winner at Talladega. He's on his qualifying attempt. Let's see if this 4 can go any faster with his second time lap. 24:200 and having some trouble loose off of 4. And the 4 gonna spin it around. Donald Bennett's gonna avoid that incident. Cross the start-finish line that time by 13th on the speed charts with just less than 60 seconds remaining. Bennett going to have to put down improve quite a bit here on his second time lap. Andy Starcher, Jerry Cochran yet to hit the track. And with Bennett crossing the line, that's going to pretty much do it for qualifying. And Bennett's going to jump to 6th, but nobody's going to top that 24:022 by Jason Branch. He'll have the pole when we head back trackside here in just a few moments. We're going to take a quick commercial break, step down trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
We got big-time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and their rackets regular, their boats bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Back trackside as drivers begin to make their way through final pre-race inspection. Let's give you a little bit of track information real quick. There you can see 70 degrees is the air temperature, just 73-degree track temperature out there tonight. So a lot of grip in this short little track, just under 1 full mile here at Iowa. Well, why don't we move on to a little bit of official business? What do you say? Championship standings coming into tonight's race look a little something like this. There you can see Kevin Burrows, a little bit of a typo on our end. That's 289 points on the season, not 286 for your points leader, Kevin Burrows. Jason Branch right there behind him, tied with Noah Owens, David Cameron, Todd McGregor rounds out your top five. McGregor just 53 points back from the overall points lead. Donald Bennett makes a little bit of headway. He's going to move up to the 9th position here and sit just 72 points back from your overall points leader. That fast 23 of Kevin Burrows. Oh, looks like most of the field going to begin to make their way through final pre-race inspection and down there to the starting lineup, or starting grid, I should say. Just a handful of them left to make their way through that tent and onto the starting grid. And with the bells ringing in the background, you know what it means? It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here. Race number 8. The Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series right here at Iowa Speedway. Jason Branch going to take the top spot in qualifying hill lineup inside of row number 1, just to his outside the 65 of Sean Mitchell. 77 of John Peel, followed by the 23 of Kevin Burrows. Back in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight, the 71 of Todd McGregor, followed by the 31 of Donald Bennett. Ethan Mopa, Anthony Zirkle back in row number 4. Row number 5 here tonight, the 14 of Lee Campbell. The 15 of Logan Hartman gonna round out your top 10 back in the 11th, the 88 of Noah Owens, followed by Big Mac John McMillan Sr. Larry Poling and Robert Lucan's going to make up row number 7. Row number 8 here tonight will belong to, I believe that will be Jerry Cochran that will be starting. Looks like Andy Starcher and Justin Gann both up in the race control booth. So a big shout out to them for all they're going to do for us all night long as the field now sees the one to go drivers giving the flag man the thumbs up. Field ready to kick things off here. Race number 8 in the 10 race regular season here in Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker. Ayers iRacing paints ARCA Menard Series in that 99 iHeart radio machine. Get back to victory lane. He's got 3 in his back pocket. Will Kevin Burrows be the first driver to 4 wins, or can Donald Bennett continue the trend on race winning? Go back to back. We'll have to wait to see how it all plays out, how it's going to shape up. Field back through 3 and 4. Pace car going to duck off this time around, and we'll get set to go. Green flag racing right here in America's heartland. That's right, Newton, Iowa, on display. On the gas and up through the gears. Field running well here tonight already. No trouble. Looks like everybody's going to stay up through the gears without any trouble. Not a whole lot of side-by-side battles just yet. Field still mixing things up, jockeying for positions on these opening laps. Jason Branch gonna come and work his way off of turn number 4. He'll lead him across the line. Lap number 2 now underway. This 65 of Sean Mitchell looks to the bottom of the speed track. He's gonna go look for that top spot on Branch, and he's gonna have it. Sean Mitchell gonna take control of this race. That's going to give us our second different leader. 1 lead change here tonight, and already that 23 of Burrows dropping back through the field. He's dropped a spot to the 71 of Todd McGregor. Front of the field now, nose to tail, back into 1. Field already single file, very long train of cars down the back stretch. Back into turn number 3, the 31, turn 3 machine of Donald Bennett hunting the front once again. Bennett sitting back in the 6th position. He's got the 16 of Ethan Mokel right behind him. Just about a half a car length separates these 2 drivers. As Sean Mitchell, your race leader there, you can see him. He's starting to step away from your pole sitter. Jason Branch. Is Branch playing possum, trying to keep the tires on this thing? We'll have to wait to see how this translates if we get that long green flag run that we have been so accustomed to here in the Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. We've seen the long green flag runs week in and week out of these ARCA drivers. Will we see it once again? Still single file back across this entire track. Sean Mitchell leads Jason Branch. John Peel rounds out your top 3. Gonna jump around the track just a little bit back to this battle between Todd McGregor, Kevin Burrows, Donald Bennett, Ethan Mokel still right there. Go ahead and count Anthony Zirkle in the 4 in it. There you can see Zirkle just behind, lurking behind that 16 of Ethan Mokel. That's going to be a battle here very shortly. Now looks like the 77 of John Peel. He's going to look to the inside of the 71 of Todd McGregor. He's going to look for a spot inside the podium positions. Not going to get it just yet. They'll go side by side down the backstretch and back into turn number 3. 77 still trying to dig on the bottom, but for the moment, momentum going to work for the 71 of Todd McGregor. He'll take that spot away. Now Ethan Mokel looks to the inside of Bennett. High above the track from the infield here, just above the scoring pylon. We'll watch the race from this vantage point for just a moment. Let you race fans out there in TV land get a little bit more of the action on screen all at one time. And look at the different lines that these 6 different drivers are running. You've got them kind of stair-step stacked all the way through these corners. That time by, Kevin Burrows looks to run in the tire tracks for John Peel. Just on entry, you can see a very different center and exit. 31 of Donald Bennett's able to fight off the hard-charging Ethan Moak with the 16 going to drop back for just a minute, reset, regroup, recoup, and try to run it back and grab us that spot away from that 31. Meanwhile, back at the front, Jason Branch going back to the top of the speed charts. He's going to look to the inside of the 65. That's going to give us our second lead change of the evening amongst two different drivers so far here tonight. And still a very long way to go. Just 11 laps already in the books here at Iowa, and drivers still with right about 120 laps left to go. So it is a very, very long night for a lot of drivers out there on the track. Gonna jump a little closer back to the action. What do you say? Jump down here. Let's see how drivers are going about it. Here's that 71 of Todd McGregor. He was very close to losing a spot to the 77 right there of John Peel just a handful of laps ago. Now Kevin Burrows, he's starting to gain some momentum. He's starting to head towards the front of the field, and don't count out the Kutztown, Pennsylvania native Donald Bennett inside that turn 3 Bromley design Simbox sponsored 31. He's looking to repeat last week's race winning performance. Can he do it again? Still a very long way to go to find that one out. Anthony Zirkle looking for a spot now. He's trying to gain some ground on Logan Hartman. Keep John McMillan Sr. at bay. Check that out. Hartman up at the top. Or Hartman at the bottom, I should say, trying to take that spot away from Zirkle, who's running the high side. The good wrench number 4 looks to lose that spot as the Blues diecast number 15 of Logan Hartman takes the 8th spot away. Still going at it right here towards the rear of the pack. Driver still mixing it up, still fighting for positions. Trying to see, got a little bit of issue on our side. Looks like it's going to iron itself on out, though. So, do apologize for the brief moment of silence. Let's jump back to the front of this field as Jason Branch begins to slowly step away. He stepped out to a 3/10 of a second race advantage over the driver now sitting in second, Sean Mitchell, only other driver to lead a lap here tonight. But your pole sitter, Jason Branch, puts that iHeartRadio 99 back in the top spot. Sean Mitchell now under fire from Todd McGregor. We'll keep an eye on that battle not far off of them. Check out Kevin Burrows. He looks to the inside of the track, trying to take 4th away from John Peel. Looks like he's going to be able to do so. Jerry Cochran making up a spot on John McMillan Sr. That's going to be for 12th. They'll switch and swap that position a handful of times before they settle it out amongst themselves. Looks like that spot going to go to Cochran for the time being. That will be for 12th on the speedway. How about this hot and heavy battle here with Kevin Burrows and John Peel? They're still going at it side by side. Donald Bennett, Ethan Mokel right there waiting in the wings. If anything should happen, they're going to be ready to jump, pounce on that opportunity to take a spot away. I tell you what, I think we have one of those onboard cameras here tonight. Let's jump back. Let's see, do we have one? And yeah, they're shaking their head. Yeah, driver onboard camera shot here with that 16 of Ethan Mokel. Weren't sure if we reached out to his team and crew and got a hold of them and were able to put this camera shot here just above the visor here. And there you can see all the way up. Whoa, a little bit of a moment there between second and third. You can see all the way up to your race leader. That's Jason Branch just entering turn 3 right there. So your top 7 all over each other. Even though Branch may have a little bit of breathing room right now, half a second separates him from a second place. So a little bit of breathing room, but a big step back, almost a full second back from Mokwa back to this driver right here, the 4 of Anthony Zirkle. And he's got a fast Noah Owens right behind him. Noah up 2 spots from where he started tonight's race. Logan Hartman rounds out your top 10 hot and heavy battle back here. Check this out. 15 of Logan Hartman, Jerry Cochran, David Cameron, and John McMillan Sr. all going at it for a spot on the track. Lee Campbell, Larry Poling a little bit off pace. Poling about 6 seconds behind your race leader so far, or behind, I should say, Larry Poling, who was about a second behind the driver in front of them. They are very close to going about a half a lap down here tonight. That's 69 of Poling searching for speed. Back towards the front, we'll go back to this battle between Todd McGregor, Kevin Burrows, and Sean Mitchell. It's a 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth. Kevin Burrows going to get the position for the time being. Now Sean Mitchell going to take third back. That's going to put Kevin Burrows back to fourth for the time being. Todd McGregor makes up a third spot here tonight. He's going to go all the way up to second. I tell you what, you think it's hot and heavy up here. Take a look back off of the tail end of this 65 of Sean Mitchell. Look how crowded, look how close this field runs off of 4, cross the stripe, begin lap number 27 out of the 130 scheduled in tonight's official race distance right here in Newton, Iowa at Iowa Speedway. Burrows now looks to the inside, not going to be able to get the power down off of turn number 2. He'll lose a little bit of ground heading into 3. Drivers coming right at you, right across the start-finish line. Gotta love it. Gotta love the smell of tires and the burning fuel trackside here at Iowa. Oh my goodness, got some great corn dogs and funnel cakes out there just outside the track in the concession stand. Stop on by, pick some of those up, and I tell you what, while you're at it, while you're out there doing that, why don't you head on over, join us in the push to 2,000 subscribers, and well, drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live in 3 wide off of 2. They'll sort things out down the backstretch and into turn 3, but get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the cave, anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or maybe even driver sponsors, car sponsors, team sponsors, league sponsors, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. So while you're here, while you're at it, drop these drivers a dime, smash that thumbs up button side by side now between Sean Mitchell and Todd McGregor. Whoa, very close. No contact apparent on the paint job of that 65 of Sean Mitchell, but that was very close, working their way through turn 1 and off of the exit of turn 2 there between himself and Todd McGregor. Very, very close. And now John Peel tries to close back in on the 23 of Kevin Burrows. Donald Bennett kind of just sitting there chilling, holding stake, holding the 4 down right here, right where he started tonight's race. Bennett runs in 6th. Anthony Zirkle able to make some headway there. You can see that 4 good wrench machine. He's now up into the 7th position, up 1 spot from where he started tonight's race. Fell at one point already outside of the top 10, now made his way back up at the 7th. So finding the rhythm here tonight at Iowa. Zirkle looks to head back to the front. Speaking of heading to the front, check out that 23. He's digging on the bottom. Can he get 2 for 1? Drop to the bottom in turn 3. He's going to get one position from the 65. Not quite make enough to get two in one corner. Kevin Burrows going to take the third spot for the time being. Now he works over Todd McGregor. Can he make it out there? Yes! Gonna pull the slide job going into turn 3. Burrows to second. And now, what if you're this man right here at the front of this field? Jason Branch, that 99 machine has been fast all night, was your pole sitter here tonight. Fastest time in qualifying, one of the fastest times out there during happy hour before the drivers hit the track for qualifying. In Branch, he's holding down about a 7/10 of a second advantage right now. Todd McGregor now back 1 second from Branch. Can Branch keep this pace up? And if he looks in his rearview mirror, what's he going to think? Because the driver closing in on him, trying to make some headway on him, has been to victory lane just as many times as he has this season. And the driver trying to run him down is your overall points leader coming into tonight's race. So how's Branch driving it? Well, I don't know. Why don't we go check it out? Why don't we jump inside the car? There you can see him focused on the task at hand. Not a lot of wheel movement there inside of this 99 as we watch Jason Branch putting in work at the office. We'll jump just outside of the track here up on top of the grandstands, give you a little bit of a bird's eye view of how all the racing action is going down here tonight. Very close race now back there, third and fourth on the track. Todd McGregor, Sean Mitchell, they're going at it just in front of Donald Bennett. Bennett sits just about a half a second in front of Anthony Zirkle. Why don't we go up to this battle right here? Because the more these drivers battle, the more Donald Bennett's going to be able to close in. And how about Kevin Burrows? He is closing in quick. Has basically chopped that race lead in half for Jason Branch. And off of two there, Sean Mitchell with a good run through 1 and 2. Almost had enough to make his way by that 71 of Todd McGregor. Still running strong here tonight. McGregor has spent, all of tonight's race inside. Oh, and contact! Contact between the 65 and the 71. That's going to get McGregor all sorts of out of shape. He's going to save that machine. But that's going to open up the door now to the 31 of Donald Bennett. He's going to look to take a spot away inside of the top 5. Bennett going to run the 71 up the track just a little bit. Plenty of room here. They'll drag race across the line, and McGregor going to be able to keep his machine wound up at the top. McGregor going to keep a fourth away from Bennett. Just as Jason Branch was beginning to lose some time to Kevin Burrows, he has picked up the pace once again, and Branch begins to extend that lead back to just about what it was. Still sitting just at that half a second in front of Kevin Burrows. Sean Mitchell still running in third. Todd McGregor right there. And a fourth has Donald Bennett right behind him, rounding out your top 5. Ethan Mokwa back in 6th, 7th place right now. Anthony Zirkle, John Peel in 8th, 9th place goes to Jerry Cochran, the 3rd, while Noah Owens rounds out your top 10. And I tell you what, we're going to have to go up to your race leader right here because he's beginning to work his way around lap traffic. There you can see that 69 of Larry Poling. He's going to lose a lap as we have been clean in green since the drop of the initial flag here tonight. The boss man upstate out in the flag stand, getting a little bored out there just waving that green flag, but that's the kind of racing we like to see here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Long green flag runs here in the Swift MotorSports Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. And you know, at the end of this season, one of these drivers is going to walk away with a gift package from Butt Kicker. So which one of these drivers are going to kick butt to get the butt kicker. I don't know, it sounded a lot better in my head. I probably should have just left that one alone. Lap number 46 now underway, and here comes Kevin Burrows, looking to take the top spot for the first time here tonight. Burrows started tonight's race back in fourth. He's now up to that second spot, and he has not just hounded and hassled Jason Branch over the course of the last few races, but he has just absolutely outdone him. Taking 3 race wins in the past 4 races, Kevin Burrows looks to put himself back on point, back at the front of this field. He sits now just 0.2 of a second back behind that 99 of Jason Branch, but I wonder, with 47 laps on the board, going to begin lap 48 this time by when will these drivers begin to look to head towards pit road? Big gap back for this from this battle for your race lead. There you can see right now Sean Mitchell, he's kind of put himself in no man's land, running in third, 1.1 second in front of Todd McGregor, who has Donald Bennett and Ethan Mokwa tag teaming behind him. Anthony Zirkle, John Peel, Jerry Cochran, Noah Owens, everybody right there running with each other from fourth on back through 10th. Gonna take a look inside of that 31 of Donald Bennett as he tries to run down Todd McGregor for that 4th position. Look in that mirror. Can't see very much out of it, can you? Taking a look back there, you can see just inside of that driver's side mirror. You can look back, see just how close the rest of this field is. Looking inside that 31 of Donald Bennett as he stays focused at the task at hand. John Peel, John McMillan Sr., and Logan Hartman gonna break for pit road that time by, so that will begin our first round of green flag pit stops. When will the rest of the field come down pit road? How soon is this undercut attempt being had by those 3 drivers that have already hit pit road? They'll join the 69 of Larry Poling as going 1 lap down, so that's going to leave us with just 11 drivers left on the lead lap out of the 15 that took to the starting grid here tonight for race number 8 in season number 3 for the Swift MotorSports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. Still a hot and heavy battle right here at the front of this field, but Kevin Burrows not quite able to get the job done yet. He still runs right in the tire tracks of that 99, trying to force a mistake. But Branch driving to perfection right here, gonna force Burrows to make a move if he wants it bad enough. Still mixing it up right here. Kevin Burrows just cannot find a way around Jason Branch right now. Looking, you can see him looking left and right at times, trying to decide where he wants to go, but he just kind of ends up running right in the tire tracks lap after lap, and gonna follow him to pit road, so it's gonna be a race to get fresh tires there. You can see Tom McGregor, Anthony Zirkle gonna stay out on track. Jerry Cochran, Noah Owens also gonna stay out. But Sean Mitchell, Donald Bennett, they're gonna pull the cars down pit road. We'll jump back out there now with Todd McGregor as he makes his way around the track. He's gonna be our 3rd different leader with 3 lead changes, and now he's gonna come to pit road and give up the top spot to Anthony Zirkle. So that's going to give us 4 and 4 so far here on leaders and lead changes tonight from Iowa. 3 drivers still out there on the track. The 4 Good Wrench machine piloted by Anthony Zirkle. He leads the field. Jerry Cochran. I don't know why I want to call you Jeffrey. I just want to call you Jeffrey. I don't know. Jerry Cochran going to take control of the race now. That's going to be our 5th different race leader. 5 different lead changes here tonight. Lee Campbell in the 14 machine. He's about 6.5 seconds back from this 18 of Jerry Cochran, who leads the race. Campbell yet to come to pit road as well. Looks like the 18 was looking for pit road, maybe just eyeballing that entry, trying to get a good feel for how to come to pit road. Everybody on and off pit road, no problems for anybody. It looks like everything's all right so far. Nobody popped by the pit road police. Everything looks clean and clear so far. And the 18's going to stay out on track. Lee Campbell also looks like he very well may be staying. Oh, and caution! Caution out on the raceway, and oh no! Todd McGregor with trouble. The 71 has crashed. My gosh. Caution on the speedway. Big time trouble. Let's go back, see how it went down. You can hear him gassing it up and up. Just comes right on around on him. A little bit of contact there. We'll get one more look at it here. And yeah, just looks like gassed it up a little bit too much there, trying to get the car to come back around. No contact with any wall, so minimizing the mistake is that 71 of Todd McGregor, but that's going to put us under caution for the first time here tonight, and that's going to put I don't know. That's going to be a bit crazy for a lot of these drivers. I do believe the 99 of Jason Branch was in position for the lucky dog. So I do believe he'll get his lap back. Jerry Cochran, Lee Campbell, both down on the pit road right now. We're going to have to wait to see how this all sorts itself out. As the caution flag flew right there at the tail end of our green flag pit stop run here. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how these, how it all shakes out right here. Very interesting. And it looks like Jason Branch indeed getting that lucky dog position. He'll be able to pit with those race leaders. Jerry Cochran, Lee Campbell, how about that? Extending the fuel run, kind of rolling the dice, doing something different. And that's what you've got to do late in the season to try to gain yourself as many points as you can. And man, rolling the dice, wishing this was Las Vegas. Jerry Cochran gonna stay out. The 14 of Lee Campbell gonna stay out, extend the run, and they'll have the front row here on this first restart of the night right here at Iowa Speedway. You're watching Swift Motorsports Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series Season number 3 right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back right after this short commercial break. And backtrack side, as promised, not missing any of the green flag action here tonight from Iowa Speedway, nestled in America's heartland. That's right, Newton, Iowa, hosting tonight's festivities. Will be back here once again tomorrow night for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Will we see another new race winner tomorrow night in the Performance Truck Series? We've seen a handful of new winners, drivers into the restart box, pace car down and away, and green flag flies. Once again, here from Iowa Speedway, Jerry Cochran, man, he was on it and on it quick. Already with a 6/10 advantage over Lee Campbell. Jason Branch back behind him. Sean Mitchell looks for a spot on Kevin Burrows. They're gonna battle it out. Todd McGregor is gonna pass Larry Poling for 12th position. Both of those drivers one lap down here tonight with that caution coming under the green flag of pit stop conditions. John McMillan Sr., David Cameron in a 10, caught 2 laps down here tonight. And with close racing action here, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th on the speedway, Jerry Cochran liking what he sees. He's going to go fast time for a moment. Todd McGregor now going to set the fast time of the race, 24:28. It's still about 2/10 slower than what we've seen in qualifying, so the pace dropping off just a little bit here tonight as we have passed the halfway point. Why don't we head down trackside? Why do you say we run down your top 5, show you a little driver highlights and spotlights right here, working his way off of turn number 2 down back into turn number 3. Now after extending the first green flag run, he finds himself with the race lead. Jerry Cochran III inside the 18 leads this field. Driver also extending his run there on that first initial green flag run. Driver inside the 14 machine, Lee Campbell, sits in 2nd. The Virginia Beach native, Jason Branch, your pole sitter here tonight, has led the most laps here tonight so far, looking to gain a handful of spots. Can he bring that 99 back up from that 3rd position where he sits now? Another driver that has been inside the top 5 pretty much all night long. Driver inside of that Blues diecast 65 of Sean Mitchell runs 4th. 3-time race winner this season, Kevin Burrows looks to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll try to move by the back marker of Larry Poland. Gonna leave the 69 on the high side, try to make his way around on the bottom of the track, try to secure that 5th position, and gonna do so with ease, working his way off of 4. Kevin Burrows rounds out your top 5. Well, I would highlight your biggest mover of the race, but that's going to be your race leader, Jerry Cochran, up 17 positions. And well, with only 15 drivers on the starting grid here tonight, he started back there in the 15th spot. Although he was listed as starting in 18th position, he really started in 15th. 3 drivers up there. Andy Starcher, Robert Lukens, and Justin Gann, all in race control here tonight as we close in on lap number 75. Nothing to see out front. Jerry Cochran has stepped away on this restart. So with your race leader having a 1.4 second, now 1.5 second advantage over Lee Campbell, and Campbell having just about as big of a gap back to Jason Branch, we'll jump back to one of the closer battles on track. There you can see Donald Bennett. He's got John Peel, Ethan Mokwa tucked in with him. The 4 of Anthony Zirkle has got a few drivers battling for positions around him as well, trying to close in on Logan Hartman and Noah Owen. Going at it just off in front of Zirkle right now. There you can see that 15 and 88 going at it. Owens looks to the bottom of the speedway, gonna slide up right behind the Blues diecast 15 of Hartman. Ooh, trying to get it. Can the bow tie pull it off at the line? Yes. Spot gonna go to that 88 Chevy Impala of Noah Owens. He'll take the spot for the time being, but here comes that 4 of Anthony Zirkle. Donald Bennett able to get by John Peel back on lap number 73, so about 5 laps ago was able to take back that 6th position. Bennett back to where he started tonight's race, running just outside of your top 5. And I tell you what, we're going to go up to this battle right here because it's got hot and heavy. Sean Mitchell, Kevin Burrows going at it with each other, 4th and 5th on the speedway. They have the 71 of Todd McGregor, who was involved in that self-spin and has fallen victim to your race leader. Is down 1 lap, sitting in that lucky dog position, trying to race his way back towards the front of this field, trying to get himself back on the lead lap the good old-fashioned way, because it looks like we may only have 1 more stop from here. Looks like drivers are going to have to stretch it to make it to the end of tonight's race. So it looks like this is indeed going to end up being a 2-stop race. Sean Mitchell forced up the track. That's going to open the inside for that 23 of Kevin Burrows. Todd McGregor doing all he can to get himself back on the lead lap, but how patient will this 65 be? He is battling for position now, going to give up a spot. You can see him with a little bit of shove on the tail end of that 71. Not too happy with the way he was raced with by the back marker there. And oh, up the track, door slam. 71 with a big door slam from the 65. Thank you, sorry, moving through. The 65 of Sean Mitchell has had enough, and he beats his way into that 5th position, 1.7 seconds back. You can find Donald Bennett. He's got John Peel a half a second back behind him. So during this second round of long green flag run here that we have seen tonight, looks like drivers starting to really settle into a rhythm and starting to separate themselves from the drivers that they are around. We're going to jump up to this battle that's beginning to take shape. Jason Branch has made his way up and around Lee Campbell and into that 2nd position. He has still got almost 3.5 seconds to try to make up to get back to that top spot and take that position away from Jerry Cochran. But my goodness, what if Cochran can pull this off from here? I mean, how is that for race strategy? Just a do what they don't, and it pans out right now. Kevin Burrows looks to take a spot away from Lee Campbell, put Burrows into 3rd. Drivers with about 25 to 30 laps on their tires here so far tonight, about halfway through a fuel run. So these drivers indeed going to have to come back down to pit road before the end of tonight's race. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of when these drivers elect to do it. They'd be able to make it from here on out if they were to stop now. So will any of these drivers running inside of your top 10, will any of them elect to try to do a road course kind of pit as soon as your window opens up, going ahead and coming to pit road, knowing that we had a long green flag run before we seen our first caution here tonight. We're going to jump back to this little battle here as the 14 of Lee Campbell continues to lose spots. Whoa! 65 goes up the track, and here comes Todd McGregor. He's back onto the scene, looking to the inside of that 65 now. Will he repay the favor with the door check? Oh, nope. 71 going to keep it clean, keep it off of that 65 Camaro. Excuse me, piloted by Sean Mitchell. Donald Bennett not really able to close in while these drivers are mixing it up here towards the front of the field. Bennett still sits a 1.8 back from Mitchell. While Cochran still enjoys that 3.4 second advantage, Kevin Burrows, Jason Branch, they continue to go at it on the speedway. Inside look with Kevin Burrows as he's trying to run down Jason Branch, having a little bit of trouble getting that job done at this point in time. So we'll jump back out of the car once again. Try to watch and see how this all takes place. 65 of Sean Mitchell looks like he's going to get that spot away from Lee Campbell. Campbell now back to 5th. You know, although this driver right here, that 14 machine of Lee Campbell, although he is losing some positions here during this long green flag run, it is still a net gain of 4 spots from where he started tonight's race. Campbell sitting in 4th, while battling 4th and 5th on the speedway now with Sean Mitchell. Mitchell going to have the advantage as they head back to 3. Still a net gain for Campbell. He's up about 4 spots from where he started tonight's race, all the way back in that 8th position, 9th position, I apologize. Still a solid run, a solid gain here tonight by that Max Pappas Incorporated. The sponsored Chevy Impala. Lee Campbell running strong here tonight. You can see Todd McGregor just behind Lee Campbell and Sean Mitchell. He's kind of lost the fight a little bit, if you will. Gained all that he could gain during this green flag run, it looks like, and he's not going to be able to close in on those race leaders there. You can see Todd McGregor trying to make his way back around that 65 of Sean Mitchell, but he is going to be hard-pressed to get up there and take that 71 machine around your race leader and into a position to put himself back on the lead lap. Still running in a good spot, though, should we see a late race caution. McGregor sits in the lucky dog position. First car, 1 lap down, and as we cross the line to begin lap number 95 out of the 130 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Do want to give a big shout out, thank you to everybody out there in TV land joining us here tonight, as well as all the drivers, admins here in Swift Motorsports, doing a fine job week in, week out with all the work they do behind the scenes, keeping things straight and in order. That's why we see great racing action each and every Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, your home for Swift. Jerry Cochran, your race leader, he continues the lead by over 3 seconds. And how about Jason Branch? He's going to jump to pit road. He said he's had enough. He's going to get those fresh tires and try to lay down some fast times towards the end of tonight's race. He's going to have about 34 laps to go on this last set of tires. But will a late race caution catch Jason Branch out? We'll have to wait to see how it all unfolds. More drivers to pit road. Sean Mitchell, Donald Bennett come down for 4 fresh tires and fuel to get themselves to the end of tonight's race. Jason Branch now going to be scored 1 lap down with the leader comes around this time by Man, that's going to pretty much do it for battles. Well, we'll go back to this one. John Peel on the 77 machine. He's going to break for pit road, give up a handful of positions as Noah Owens closes in on the 4 of Anthony Zirkle. That's going to be for the 5th and 6th position on the speedway here, as we've now got 4 drivers in for what should be, what could be, their final stop of the night, crossing the line that time by to begin lap 100. Out of the 130 scheduled here tonight, drivers have crossed that threshold, and it is down to business here tonight. Just 30 laps to go. Who's gonna set themselves apart from the field? And I don't know, Kevin Burrows in the 23, he's going to break for pit road this time by. That's going to give us just 6 drivers left on the lead lap, and through this green flag pit cycle, Todd McGregor now sits first car 1 lap down in the 8th position. He has yet to come to pit road for his 2nd time. Logan Hartman in the 15 Blues diecast machine. He's the last driver on the lead lap, but sitting 19 seconds behind your race leader. Hartman in danger of falling a lap down before he makes his green flag pit stop. Larry Poling in danger of losing a 2nd lap before his 2nd green flag pit stop. Race leader, the 18, gonna look to the inside, gonna take that spot without any real troubles or issues. The 69 tries to fight back for a moment, not gonna happen. And Big Mac, John McMillan Sr. to pit road that time by. Logan Hartman's gonna bring the 15 down to pit road for 4 tires in service as well. And right, I hear you, Justin. Here's that strategy. Will it work? In judging by my book, this man had a 3.4 second race advantage before these green flag pit stops took place. I think he's got a very realistic chance at being able to stretch this 2nd run here. It still keeps some pace in those tires and walk away with at least a shot at the race win, if not the outright race lead when he rejoins the track. Looking at those lap times right now, this time by, we'll keep an eye on it, give you a good read on how things are on those older tires for the 18. Jerry Cochran, the 3rd, your race leader, gonna cross the line. He's gonna run a 25.58 that time by. First driver with those fresh tires on the track. Kevin Burrows sitting back in the 7th position, 24.5, so just 1 second faster with 25 laps to go. We can see, or we should see, that shrink a little bit as those new tires kind of begin to wear themselves in. 25.45 that time by for your race leader. We'll wait for Branch to get himself back by. Once again, 24.83, so already that time beginning to go the opposite direction. And already that 18 said, all right, I've had enough. I've given you enough. He's going to head to pit road this time by. What does the 16 of Moqua do? Does he stay out on track and lead a lap here? Will that give us... Yes, that's going to give us yet another lead change. 6 different lead changes amongst 5 different drivers here tonight. There you can see Kevin Burrows right behind Moqua, trying to get himself back on the lead lap, and it looks like Moqua going to come to pit road this time by. So what will this man, Anthony Zirkle, do? Will he elect to stay out on track and extend this green flag run? Looks like he's going to do so. So he'll go back to the point for the time being. 7th different lead change of the night. There you can see Donald Bennett off in the background. He's going to try to get himself back on the lead lap the good old-fashioned way. Bennett being scored first driver 1 lap down. And how about Todd McGregor? He's yet to come to pit road, but he's got himself back on the lead lap. Back inside the top 5, 31 of Donald Bennett going to look to the bottom of the raceway, try to get himself back on the lead lap the good old-fashioned way, and that's going to take place. He's going to give himself a shot at the end of this thing as well. Looking through the timing and scoring, and nobody caught by the pit road police here tonight at Iowa Speedway, so looks like drivers playing nice, or at least those officials being a little bit nicer here. We've seen a handful of penalties handed out last week at Talladega Super Speedway, but so far, so good. Still clean on the pit road for all of these Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paint ARCA Menard Series drivers. How long will Zirkle extend this run? Last on the pit road back at lap 57, so he is very close to running out of fuel here. And now this is where I'm starting to see some of this trouble. Look at that 18 of Jeffrey Cochran. Look at how much time he actually gave up to Kevin Burrows, Jason Branch, Sean Mitchell, Donald Bennett. They have all made their way by. Oh my goodness. Looks like staying out may have backfired on this 18. And there you can see Cochran back on the lead lap of the 18 with just 18 laps to go. And he has got to make up quite a bit of time if he's going to get up there and try to battle with Kevin Burrows, Jason Brandt, Sean Mitchell, and Donald Bennett, and even John Peel as well. Noah Owens looks to lead a lap here. That's going to give us another lead change here tonight. So far, 5 different race leaders, 8 lead changes. I'm really curious about that 14 of Lee Campbell. Yes, he's sitting with a shot to maybe... Oh, and Todd McGregor with some issues. McGregor has trouble on lap 113, and we stay green, track clear. Oh, my goodness. That is not what a handful of drivers wanted to see, and that is what a handful of drivers wanted to see. Few of these drivers begging for that late race caution to give themselves a shot at this thing. And a few of them thinking, no, stay green, stay green. I needed to be green for my strategy to work. But as I was saying, Noah Owens back on lap 56 to pit road. Lee Campbell in the 14, he came to pit road back on lap number 60. So he can definitely make it to at least lap 120, and that's going to give him about 10 laps to play with. How much fuel did he have in the tank when he came? Can he extend this enough? I don't know, man. He's got himself a 6.3 second advantage over Kevin Burrows, so a little bit of a gap to play with there for Campbell if he is trying to extend this green flag run and make it to the end just off of that one pit stop. But right now, spoiling the party for everyone. That 88 of Noah Owens, he's got the top spot. He's got himself 5.9 seconds back to this man right here at the 14 Max Pappas Incorporated Chevy Impala. Lee Campbell sits in second. Kevin Burrows trying to close in and trying to close in fast. Kevin Burrows now sits in that third position. He was able to jump Jason Brandt, Sean Mitchell as well. Jerry Cochran with those much fresher tires. He's starting to make some headway. Cochran up into sixth with Noah Owens pulling to pit road. Lee Campbell going to take control of the race once again. That's going to give us 9 different lead changes here tonight amongst 5 different drivers. Cochran now with a solid top 5 in his hands. Can he get up there and pass a handful more drivers? Can he maybe walk away with a podium here tonight? 11 laps to go. What does this man do? There has been some absolute great battles all over this speedway all night long. Right now, Donald Bennett, John Poole going at it on the speedway. That's going to be 6th and 7th on the track. Going to stay right here for just a moment and see just how long this 14 is going to lead this field. He's got 3.7 seconds back to Kevin Burrows. There you see that 23 just about a straightaway away. That sounds kind of weird. A straightaway away. Say that 20 times fast. I'm not going to try it. You can see on that timing and scoring over there on that left-hand side of the screen, Kevin Burrows is definitely closing, but does he have enough time? 2.5 seconds to make up in just 9 laps. We'll look at the speed charts. He was 0.8 of a second faster last time by. We'll compare the lap times and lap speed this time around. Campbell with a 25.9, Kevin Burrows with a 25.13. So still right at that 0.7, almost 0.8 of a second. 2 seconds in between. Can Burrows close the gap? Can Campbell stretch the fuel? Way up the track and out of the gas there through 3 and 4 at that time to let that 88 by, and that's going to close the gap to under 1 second. Kevin Burrows has arrived. He is here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that at the bottom of the speedway. Big move. Kevin Burrows takes back the top spot. He'll go to the point, give us our 10th different lead change of the night. Now the 23 already setting sail out to a 1 second advantage over lead Campbell. Jason Branch now sits in third with Jerry Cochran in fourth. And Cochran, how about the run? Up 14 spots, man. He's going to make this strategy end up working for him anyway. Can he walk away with a podium by the end of the night? Hi, how you doing? High five by the flag man. Help stay down to your race leader, Kevin Burrows. Just 5 laps remain here at Iowa in race number 8 here, season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. Man, I'm telling you, Jerry Cochran has done it. He is in the top 3 podium position out of the race tonight. Can he grab second? Just not enough time to get to Kevin Burrows, because I think he would get there in a hurry. Cochran, fastest on the speedway the past 4 laps in a row, and he is still looking for positions. Can he grab a second spot away from Jason Branch? Look, oh, a little bit loose, turning it down there. 3 laps now remain. What a run by Jerry Cochran. Man, I thought the pit strategy may have backfired for a moment, but with those 10-lap fresher tires, he is absolutely tearing through the field a half a second faster than your race leader last time by. They'll go 3 wide, split some of the back markers. Jason Branch able to get through the lap traffic a little bit easier with popsicle sticks on display for your race leader, Kevin Burrows. Branch looking to get by the back markers. He's stuck in line for the time being. Jerry Cochran with those fresh tires made a move to the bottom, then thought about it, went back to the top. Whoa, no! That got really sketchy. White flag, final lap for Kevin Burrows. We're watching that battle for second and third for the time being. We'll check in with your race leader. There you can see nothing really to worry about. Jason Branch, Jerry Cochran going at it back there. Second and third still on the speedway. Burrows off of 4 for the final time. He'll capture the flag for the 4th time this season right here at Iowa. Jason Branch in the 99 able to hold off Jerry Cochran at the line. My gosh, what a run there by Jerry Cochran. And it looks like Donald Bennett able to get by Lee Campbell for the 6th position by the end of tonight's race. So heck of a job there by Bennett, able to get himself back into 6th. What a run by Sean Mitchell as well as John Peel. They'll finish inside the top 10 as well. And man, whew, this guy right here getting the job done. 4th checkered flag of the season, enjoying his post-race celebration smoke show out there on the speedway. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, race fans. We'll be back with all your post-race interviews right here from Iowa Speedway. And back live trackside at the conclusion of yet another barn burner here in Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. Race number 8 here at Iowa Speedway did not disappoint one bit. And I tell you what, we've had a chance to catch up with a few of the drivers walking away in podium positions here tonight. What do you say we try to dial up the driver making a big splash with race strategy? Let's see if we can dial up that 18 of Jerry Cochran. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid run here tonight?
It feels good, man, to come in here and run these guys' second race. Had a big rookie mistake last week, my first showing with them, and you know, drafting and had my nose under the spoiler, couldn't see where I was going, and come down and took Jason out and took half of the field out, Kevin and all them guys. I hated to do that to them last week with all the points and stuff they got going on. And I'm new. I'm just trying to keep my nose clean and learn these guys.
Well, Jerry, you kept it clean tonight. That's for sure. You held the race lead for quite some time here. What was the strategy, or when did you think, or was there ever an audible there by your crew chief to switch things up and kind of do what they don't?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. I was about 2 laps from coming in when we had that first caution, and that just kind of fell in my lap. That was all luck. After that, I was watching my fuel and watching my laps, and I was 1.5 laps short. And I thought about lifting early, letting it coast in some more, and staying out of the fuel, and seeing if I could save that lap and a half. And then I knew them guys was getting tired, so I was scared that it wasn't going to work out like that. So I just went ahead and got me fuel and got me some tires, and just let it play out the way it did.
Well, man, it played out amazingly for you and your crew. Able to make a handful of passes there on those closing laps with those 10-lap fresher tires than the drivers around you, making your way all the way back up to third here tonight. So, again, my man Jerry, congratulations on a great run here tonight, walking away with the third and final podium spot here at Iowa. So, before we let you go, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop on that 18?
Yes, sir. I like to start off by thanking you guys for broadcasting and taking your time out to do this, and Mr. Gann and everybody with the league and all the guys in the league for accepting me and letting me come run with these guys. My main sponsor is Grace and J Photography, which is my wife. You can't do it without family, and she backs me 100%. And yeah, it is what it is.
Absolutely. Well, Jerry, again, my man, congratulations on a great run, and we'll see if you can't visit us once or twice or maybe a few more times before the end of this season.
Yes, sir. We'll definitely work on it.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the driver making a big splash with some strategy here tonight. The 18 of Jerry Cochran gonna walk away in a third here tonight after not so hot of a run last week at Talladega Super Speedway. That's going to bring us to, well, you know him, we know him, Virginia knows him. Let's go talk to the 22 of Jason Branch. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Dave.
Man, how you doing? How you feeling after another solid finish, as always, this year?
I came into Iowa. I don't really like Iowa, and had a really bad race last week, so I needed a good run. Don't know how I pulled off that pole. I never ran that fast ever, and started off, got some laps led. Was trying to lead the most. Jerry got me by I think 4 laps, and then Kevin was just super fast. I had nothing for Kevin. I tried to hold him off. And then I said, you know what? I'll let him go and I'll pit. Well, he pitted like 2 laps after I did, so that didn't work out either.
sometimes, it's just not meant to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won the first 3, and then it seems like it's been the Kevin show. So I think we might have something for him next week. We'll see. I don't know. Definitely going to be in the playoffs, so maybe we'll get him in the playoffs.
All right, I was gonna say looking forward. Charlotte, Pocono up next in the regular season, and then Darlington to start off those chase races, those 5 chase races. How you feeling about Darlington, knowing that you're pretty much in the championship?
Darlington's one of my favorite tracks, so we'll see how it goes. See how these ARCA car drives on there. Truck and the cars, they run pretty good on there. It's all about tire management there, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, Jason. Well, we do appreciate you giving us a moment here post-race to catch in a few words and catch up with you. Congratulations on the second place here tonight. Before we let you go, you know the drill, so I'll hand you the mic.
Yeah, just again, thank you. You do a heck of a job, Dave. iRacing and iHeartRadio. I want to help iHeartRadio for let me put their name on the car, and Functional Fitness, Serve Pro, Dynamark, Great House, my 4X teammates that are running the other series. And I actually tonight, I really want to thank the lap cars that let me put a pick on Jerry to get the second place finish.
I hear you. All right, Jason, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the second place, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you again.
Yeah, I hope to talk to you next week.
All right, Jason Branch wanting to give a shout out to the back markers for helping him out, securing that second place finish. If that's not honesty and integrity out of a driver, I don't know what is. And that's going to move us right along to the driver that walked away with that top spot here from Iowa Speedway. Going to walk away with that checkered flag. Kevin Burrows, it's Dave in the booth. You got me?
I do. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you for your 4th win of the season?
Very good. Very good. Very exciting.
Well, I'll just jump right into it. You're already in the chase. That's pretty much a given at this point in time in the season. How are you looking forward to Darlington to start off the chase? And are there any of those 5 races that you're just not digging?
Well, you just you just go with it. There's tracks, of course, that I don't like, and ones that I do like better. But you just got to roll with it, and prepare for it, practice for it, and hope for the best.
All right. Well, Kevin, we'll switch gears and come back to tonight. At what point in time did you think about the strategy, the short pit, the undercut, and how sure were you that you were going to have enough time to hold off any of those other drivers maybe trying to run longer?
I knew that. Well, I was pretty sure, pretty confident that that the guys that were ahead of me towards the end, they was going to have to pit again. I was coming up on them pretty good, and I knew they was on older tires. So I didn't think they had a full tank of fuel. So I was hoping to, keep ahead of Jason, because I knew me and him was on the same pit schedule there. So I thought if I can keep ahead of him and then just run up on these other guys without burning my tires off, I could sneak by them when they pitted and pull out the W.
Well, you were definitely able to pull out the W there, as it looks like some of the drivers were trying to save enough gas. Some of them didn't. Some of them had to pit. And fortunately enough, it fell right into your race strategy and into your hands. Able to walk away with your fourth win of the season. So, Kevin, you know the drill. You know how it goes. We'll hand you the mic, and thank yous, love you, shout-outs.
Yeah, again, like to thank my wife and my kid, and again, you, Dave. You do a great job. I come back in and watch the race and enjoy it. It's great, and just actually thanks to Swift Motorsports. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed this second season, and hope to be back again for another season next year.
All right. Well, we hope you're around again next season too. I hope I am as well, and we do appreciate the kind words there, Kevin. And I'm pretty sure we'll catch up with you again before the end of this year.
That's the plan.
All right. Well, Kevin Burrows looking to rejoin us in victory lane at some point before the end of this race season. We'll have to wait to see if that holds to be true. He has been on a bit of a tear. That's going to be his 4th win in 5 races here with the Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. So that 23 of Kevin Burrows is going to extend that points lead just a little bit heading into Charlotte Motor Speedway next week. Will we see a 5th win from him, or will we see another first-time driver make it to victory lane, or could we possibly see maybe Donald Bennett, maybe Jason Branch go back to victory lane? That's going to have to wait to be decided next week. We'll have to wait until then. But, man, what a race tonight, right? Race strategy all over the board. Looked like Lee Campbell ran out of gas in those final few laps. That's why he gave up so many positions coming to that checkered flag. Campbell rolled the dice, tried to extend the fuel run, just coming up short. Well, coming up empty, if you will. Pun intended and everything. Campbell is going to walk away just inside your top 10. And I mean, at this point in the season, you kind of got to do things like that. You kind of got to just throw caution to the wind and see if you can't somehow walk away with a race win. And it looks like producers hitting those music buttons in the background. You know what that means. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here from Iowa Speedway race number 8 in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Ayers iRacing Paints ARCA Menard Series. Kevin Burrows in the 23 captures the flag yet again. He'll walk away in first. The 99 of Jason Branch going to come home right there in second. And how about rounding out your top 3 final driver on the podium? Great run by newcomer, the 18 of Jerry Cochran. 65 of Sean Mitchell going to finish in 4th, while John Peel brings that 77 home in 5th. 31 of Donald Bennett going to walk away in 6th. Ethan Mokwa back there in 7th. 8th place tonight goes to Noah Owens. Lee Campbell in the 14 machine going to slot home in 9th. And rounding out your top 10, here from Iowa Speedway, the 15 of Logan Hartman. Anthony Zirkle in the 4 going to walk away from the track tonight in 11th. 12th place goes to the 69 of Larry Bowling. Big Mac John McMillan Sr. has a little bit of trouble. He'll finish 2 laps down, back in 13th. The 10 of David Cameron slotting home in 14th. Rounding out your field here tonight, big trouble for that 71. Todd McGregor walks away in 15th. Big tip of the cap, thank you, and you're welcome to all 3 of the admins and race control here tonight over there. Robert Lukens, Justin Gannon, Andy Starcher keeping all these drivers straight. A little bit of a light night for them, as there was only 1 caution flagged here tonight all night at Iowa Speedway. And well, we're going to turn the lights off, unplug a few cords, and get set to run it back tomorrow night right here at Iowa Speedway in race number 8, season number 3 for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Things going to fire themselves off, and we're going to have ourselves yet another great short track race tomorrow night. Can't wait for that to happen. So until then, my friends, stay safe, stay loved, and we'll meet you in turn 3.